speed around the hole.
On well, I'd say poke spam.
I'm saying like this is gonna dictate how every map is gonna be played.
Yeah.
So this is just like because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to figure out what elements you guys want to be practicing, right? And then we're going to expand off of that and have different variants, for example. Okay. So we had and so Dragon. Let's start with you. So out of these three, what are you most interested in? Give me your top two picks, number one and number two in that order.
Brawl and poke.
Okay, so 2 for brawl, 1 for poke. Okay, Tiz, give me your top two in that order.
Poke and dive.
Poke and dive. Okay. Husky.
Honestly, poke and dive.
Poke
For Illios.
and dive. Okay. Next, Natty.
Why'd you put 2 on poke?
Because you
Instead
said
of
poke
just-
and dive.
Oh.
I said give me your top two in that order. So your number one choice and then your number two choice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Probably
Sorry,
brawl and
that's
dive
stupid.
for me.
Brawl and dive. Okay. And Cake.
Dive, then poke.
Dive and poke. Okay, and then pow.
Poke and dive.
Poke and dive. Okay. So we've got primarily poke with a little bit of dive. Okay, cool. So that makes that easy. So sorry, brawl, but we'll come back to you another time. So if
The
we're
big
looking
sad,
for,
I get to play ball.
if we're looking at primarily poke with a little bit of dive, right? There are a couple different options, right? So there is like some type of like ORI comps. There's ball comps, and then there's monkey comps. Okay.
Yeah.
So out of these, I would like to try to keep the main tank relatively the same. If you guys would prefer having a little bit of main tank variety, we can try to add that in. But I want to keep this relatively the same. Okay, so for like 90% of the time, Dragon, what do you want to be spending your time on? Ori,
Ball.
ball, or monkey? Ball?
Ball.
Okay.
Definitely ball.
Ball's so much fun, bro.
What does a dive Ori comp look like?
You have Ori with like Hanzo Echo.
And what would the off tank be?
Diva.
Diva.
You could also
Oh,
do like Ori with like
interesting,
Echo and Tracer and Diva and Lucio Bap.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, no, for sure. Normally, if you have poke with a little bit of dive, you have a poke core with a dive backline, but you can have like a poking like backline with like a dive.
Like ball sig.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what you would normally see, but like you can do poke dive with like an Ori. You'll see it a lot with like I've even seen not very often, but I have seen like Ori monkey and or Ori ball. It's like they're kind of meme comps, but like pull slam kind of slaps. But like those comps really struggle not having like an off tank. But yeah, so like those do exist. Okay, so you said ball, so let's take a look at well. Okay, if I were to draft up a comp of, let's say, we'll do a ball, we'll do a diva, let's do fucking okay, we could do a somber tracer here. Tracer is a must-have. Somber, we could have a couple different things. We could have like a Hanzo. We could have a Kree. We could have a soldier. We could have an Echo. We could have a Pharah. So this tree is super like flexible, but it's not replaceable. As in the comp doesn't run the same with the Sombra as it does with the Pharah or as it does with the soldier. It's gonna change up a lot. Okay, the tracer is a must-have though. I'm gonna move this right over here so I can get to it from here. Grab this and get rid of that. And then for right now, we'll do Zen Brig. Because Nandi, you've been working on your Zen, right? You want to learn how to play it?
Yeah, I like Zen.
Okay, so we'll throw you on the Zen. And Husky, that means you're gonna be on the Brig for a bit, okay?
Yep.
The Brig will occasionally flex over to BAP. And so that kind of works out, because Husky, you do know how to play BAP, right?
Yep.
Cool, so that does work out. So occasionally the Brig will flex over to BAP. Basically, if they have a Pharah, or if they have if they don't have any type of potential dive, no flankers, nothing to pressure our Zen. If our Zen is fucking free, then we can swap that brig to a BAP, okay?
All right.
So that's how that works. I'll just draw the B. You guys can tell what I do with my mouse and what I do with the tablet. Okay. So if we're saying that this is going to be like our attacking side, all right? But yeah. Sombra Tracer.
Sombra.
Are you cool with running the Sombra, Tiz?
Yeah.
How good is your Sombra?
Mediocre at best.
Okay, would you prefer having a different DPS in this slot? Either you and or fucking Pow. What do you guys want? Because we could even run like Tiz onto the Tracer and then run Pow on like a soldier or Nash or something like that. That is an option.
I can play pretty much everything if you tell me to play it. I'll just practice and get good.
All right. Okay. So what do you guys want out of this?
I need to work on my Sombra, so I'm not
Mhm.
opposed to it.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's where I'm standing on it.
Okay. So we'll run this for now. Okay. And this is a pretty like standard setup. So one thing that we've talked about before, right, is playing for our Zen and Illios. We talked about that before on fucking what's it called? Hana.
Hanamura.
Yeah,
Hana.
on Hana. So one thing I will say, Natty, ahead of time, Zen on this specific map can be hard to run because you have limited LOSs, right? You can either stand like in main on low ground, which is deadly as fuck because it's too easy to be dove because of this high ground over here. Normally we'll see Zens here or in cage. Those are like workable. But if you're struggling with the Zen, if at any point you feel like you're just always dead, drop the Zen for an Ana, okay? And we like
I don't play Ana.
then you're just gonna practice Ana. That's okay. Right?
Why are you mad? I didn't play Tracer and I did it for the team.
I mean, would you rather swap from the Zen to like a Brig?
I'm writing my notes down.
But anyways, point being, if on this map specifically, if our Zen is really struggling, then we can swap the Zen for an Ana. But that's assuming that we have the Brig, right? Because like if our Zen is struggling and we don't have Brig, then well, maybe the Zen is struggling because we don't have a Brig, right?
I mean, if anything, depending on how it is, if we do want to start the Brig Zen into a possible Ana swap, there is the possibility of Natty on Brig, and I can go Zen for this map.
Yes,
I'll just learn Ana.
but yeah, I was about to say, in the case that the Brig swaps over to the BAP, then we have that as
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
For what it's worth, Natty, like I said, it's only on this map. That's a thing. Every other map, it's a different situation. But on this map specifically, just because of the map geometry. But anyways, we're going to be trying to play our Zen up here, right? The Brig is going to be up here. Diva is up here, okay? The Brig and Diva, their whole job up here is that they're playing for the boops, okay? There should be nobody that can take this high ground at all. Between Brig Flail and Diva Boosters, okay? The Boopsters, as they like to call them. So Zen, Brig, and Diva, right? And so like if there's a monkey here, Zen, don't stand like on the sledge, right? I would want to see you playing like back here, right? So that way like you're not gonna get hit with the dive. And then if the monkey tries to take up top, then you can like that way like the monkey's gonna try to jump, he's gonna get booped off by like these two guys, your two bodyguards, and then you can like retake that space, right? If there's nobody there and you're free to stand, then chill at the edge. But if they're gonna contest you, then drop back and like chill, okay? Our Tracer is gonna be controlling Zen, Diva, Brig. Our Tracer is gonna be controlling this upper high ground and like this main space here, okay?
Yeah.
Our Ball is gonna be controlling primarily point and any main rotations through main. And then our Sombra is going to be playing this side because there's the mini here, there's the mini here, and there's the mini here. So our Sombra is going to be controlling all three of those packs because effectively, if the enemies are coming from like this direction here, right? We have our Sombra who's here. We have our Ball who's going to pinch in, and we have our Tracer who's going to pinch in. Okay? And our Zen will have LOS, right? At that point, our Diva can drop Brig, you have to stay high, but our Diva can drop to help the Sombra for like Matrix hack, okay? something that we've talked about before. And the reason the Diva can drop here is because she can boost her back up to high ground, and because there is no threat to Zen. Okay. So we can look for an engagement in like this space here. That's fine. All right. If they're coming from like main, let's say they're coming from here, right? We have a ball to look for a slam here because that's inside of our Zen's LOS, right? Zen can see that space. But we have to hit that slam there, right? One of the biggest things of this comp is you have to hit that shit on time, right? So look at where our Zen can see. You see how he can see specifically this space, right? He can see like this area up to there, right? So if you take a slam like here, Zen can't help you. So don't do it here. This is a big no-go zone, right? You Zen can see this space, right? So he can take it there, he can take it there, and he can take it like here, right? And partly here. So looking at it like from a top down, right? And like I know like we all know this, but it's really good to just visually see it, right? So like this space is fine, this we don't want, and then like this is fine, right? So that's good and that's good. However, that doesn't mean that we can't stand here. We just can't fight here. So like our Sombra who's here, if they're coming in from main, Sombra, you can pinch in from this side or even potentially from here, right? That's okay. And then Tracer can, again, she's going to be pinching in from here or from here. And then our ball, wherever he is going to be looking for a slam engage here, right? Zen is here. Diva, same thing. Our Diva can drop down and push in to help out. Brig, again, same thing. You just have to chill there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be really boring. Because effectively, Brig, if we play this perfectly, you're not going to do anything for the entire round and you're going to get carried. And that's kind of what you want. You want to get carried because otherwise that means that they're diving our Zen, meaning you have to try to fend them off, right? Or they're not diving our Zen and then like our entire team dies up here and then you swap to BAP because then like they kill our team here and then they kill the Zen because like we don't have a ball or a tracer or our Sombra to contest the angle. And so then like because like they all died and then you swap to the BAP and then you can do stuff, right? But ideally they win every fight and you can keep them up through your packs and then we just win the round, right? But if the front line dies, then like potentially swapping to the BAP. If the back line is dying, then keep the Brig and do your job better. And if they come this way somehow, like if they go under, right? Then we can look for the engagement in this space, right? Because our Tracer would be above them, right? Sombra, you're here. You can kind of wrap around, and you'll be here. And then our ball, again, you just have to be vibing on point. You don't have to stand here out in the open, right? If we own point ball, you can be wherever. You can be up with the Tracer. You can be in here with the Sombra, right? You could be wherever you want to be. You could even sit here if you want to. I see a lot of balls that sit here, so that way they can kind of scout this way and scout main, right?
Yeah.
It's up to you. You can vibe wherever. I don't really care. If you want to sit on point, that's fine. Just don't die for it, you know. But
Yeah.
but so like basically wherever our ball is gonna be, he's gonna be looking for the slam engage here. Our Tracer's blinking in. Sombra, she's here. She's pinching in. Right. So we see those two angles coming out, and then our Zen and Brig and Diva obviously sit right here. And Diva, you cannot drop on this one because you need to be here. Because if they're coming this way, they probably have some type of dive or poke. Either way, we need the Diva to be up here, okay? And so we can very easily, obviously, see how this works. And all we have to do is we just contest the point, right? Because, like, they basically, the only spot we can't fight is this back corner, but everywhere else we can take a fight at. So all we have to do is we control these angles, right? And then we take the fights. So Sombra is going to be here, watching this way. The Tracer's here, watching this side. Ball is kind of watching main. The Zen exists over here and can fight in all three spaces. And then we just wait for the point to be unlocked and then ours. Make sense?
Notes. Do you mind going back to the side if they go coast? The rest of our rotations there. I got Sombras, but I got Tracers. I'm missing Sombra and balls. Just angles.
Yeah. So I need. Where's my mouse, bro? There it is. So if Summer's in here, right, she can wrap up and around, right? The Tracer is already up here. This is where she's gonna be
Okay,
sitting.
she's on top.
Yeah, she's on this roof.
Okay.
So Tracer's up here, right, and then the ball is existing in whatever space he can, right? So ball might be here, he might be up here, he might be up with the Tracer, he might be over here at this point, right? He could even be here and like grapple off of this to swing up and around. He could even tech up and over and slam, right? Like tons of options.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah. And then Diva's rotation is basically from Diva, Zen, and Brig. Their rotation goes like from this piece here. Diva, you could potentially be up there, right? You guys go from here to Diva, Brig, and Zen. And quite literally just stand in front of your Zen. Your Zen is going to be blind as fuck. Zen, you can use your Discord placement on people to basically see through your teammates. And then just blind fire, because that way you keep bodies between you and the enemy, so there's no way you should die to like random Hanzo spam or whatever the fuck, right? That sound good to everybody? We all together here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. Oops, that's not what I want. I want to go here. Which map that was Well, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is Well the first map? I think Well is second. I think it goes Lighthouse, Well, Ruins, I think. Yo, okay. Okay. So Lighthouse. Do we want to run any variations here? Like potentially with an Ash?
If you want to, I can, and I know that if we take space, I'm free on the lighthouse. I should be free playing lighthouse.
So we could do Ash, we could do the Slumber Tracer still. We could also potentially just do like a Fire Hill or an Echo. All of those are viable. So between the two DPS, what do you guys want? We
I
have
wanna
to have a
see it
Tracer.
first.
What?
If Tis feels like he wants to keep playing Sombra, we can keep running the Sombra Tracer. But if you wanna play like an Echo, we can do Echo. I don't know, like Echo Ash or something like that.
Well, the Tracer is needed. Tracer
You
is
have you have
it-
to have a Tracer.
yeah, it's no exception. So if we do put you on the Ash, I have no issues playing Tracer. Like I'm fairly comfortable on Tracer.
Yeah, if you guys want, let's try it. So we'll do Ash and we'll do Sig, and then we're gonna swap the Brig up for a Mercy. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's up to you guys, Natty and Husky, who runs what, but like we can do this in Mercy here, okay?
Husky, what do you want?
I apologize, but I do not play Mercy.
So Tis, what are you playing? I'm sorry.
What?
What's Tis playing?
The map we just went over, that's Well, right? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. This one's called Lighthouse.
Yes. So they what is it's like Tracer Ash?
Tracer Ash, yeah.
Okay.
It's very clearly a T. Can you not read?
No, sorry, I'm taking
Yo,
notes.
whose name starts with a 7?
Okay, first off, that's not a 7. That's a 1. A 7 looks like that.
Alright, dude.
That is a thing. Actually, this is a European one. I don't know if you guys know that, but that is a European one. You see it all the
He's
time.
not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. It is.
Yeah.
Jokes on
Just
you
like on
guys.
how-
I write my ones the American way, just the line, and then I write my 7s with a dash because I'm fucking extra.
Well, that's how the
Same.
Z's are too.
Actually,
The Z's
you know
are
what,
dashes
Natty, for the
too.
first,
Yeah.
No,
for the
yeah,
first
I do my T's.
Natty, for the first scrim, if anything,
I'm
I'll
joking.
go ahead and run the Mercy, so that way I'm able to learn it.
Fun fact, guys, a little history lesson for you. The reason numbers are shaped the way they are is because it used to be how many angles existed. So 1 had 1 angle in it, right there, 1 angle. 2 used to be written like that, so it had 2 angles. 3 was like that, 1, 2, 3. 4 was like that. It was 1, 2, 3. Oh wait. Oh, it's the 4th one. Hang on, sorry. I did
Those
close it. There you go.
180
It's
degrees.
1,
There you go.
2, 3, 4. Yeah. Exactly. 5 was like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think there's like a little knob on it or something like that. No, I think it was down here. 5. Yeah. But yeah, that's how they used to be. That's how they got their things. 6 was like that. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Big brain.
That's how
That's
that's
pretty
how
cool.
they got their things. That was the Roman.
We should have
counting
used the
system.
hexadecimal system anyways. Base is kind of.
You're a hexadecimal
Dumb.
system.
I wish, dude. Hexadecimal.
Can
is
we
so
just
much
use
better.
Roman numerals, please?
No,
That is
that's
simpler.
not good.
Fucking imperialist bastard. Okay, anyways.
Seriously.
I
Alright.
realize.
Pretty simple shit, okay, boys?
Got it. Underneath.
Our Zen, our Ash, our Mercy, our Sig. Boom. Poke core. They sit up here, okay? Their whole thing is they're contesting point, and they kind of exist to contest that, okay? Our Tracer, you're gonna be controlling top of Lighthouse, okay? And you get there by going with your core and then just blinking across. Ball is gonna be touching the point, okay? Because he can use that to swing up to their high ground for engages. Okay, so Ball, again, same thing. You're going to exist in main, okay? Let me get rid of some of this clutter, sorry. So Ball, you're just gonna be down here. Because the thing is our Tracer, she doesn't want to drop. If she has to drop for like a fight on point, then yeah, drop, right? If we're taking a slam engage here, then Tracer, fucking drop, okay? Don't be a bitch. But, oops. But the biggest reason why we need our Tracer to be on high ground is because if Ball's slamming up here, like on this high ground, Tracer needs to be here to be able to blink, and be here on this dive, okay? That's why.
Yep.
Because otherwise, if our Tracer's on low ground, Ball, you cannot slam on high ground. And if you want to slam on high ground, tell your Tracer, hey, Tracer, get up to the fucking high ground so I can slam top. Right?
Got it.
Tracer, if you're looking for a shortcut, and it would probably work way better for you guys. It sometimes works in my ranks. Something that you can do is you can come down, you jump on top of this sign, you can jump backwards and then blink here to get up on top of this, and then you can jump and then blink up here. And you can do that on both sides. See here too. So you can jump up on here, you jump backwards and blink up, and then you can jump and blink up. So you can do it, but it's hella obvious because you'd have to be over here cage side and then like hope that they don't see you or hear the blinks, right? And it takes a while. So it's not ideal, but worst case scenario, you can do that, okay? So like let's say for whatever reason, we were like over here and Ball's like, Tracer, can you set up for high ground? Then you can like get up that way. And like basically once you get up to this little lip here, say, okay, I'm ready, and then he goes, all right, diving 3, 2, 1, you blink in, and now you're here. So it is an option, but it's like not. I don't want that to be a first choice. Okay.
Got it.
And yeah, basically, again, one of the biggest things that I want you guys to think about is like we need to be taking fights inside of our Ash LOS and inside of our Zen LOS. I want to see the discords, right? And I want to see the Ash. Okay. So like if they're trying to like send their team through here and we're slamming over here because of it, then Tracer, like you can be here, okay? Because that way the Zen can orb you, right? And if anybody tries to push you, you just play it safe and you back up, right? You still have the Zen healing, and if they try to follow you, you have your Ash shooting at them. If they turn for your Ash, if they walk out and start shooting your Ash, then you just come right back around and start shooting them again, okay?
Okay.
The most important thing, Ash and Bull, just play for your life like 90% of the time. Less so of the Ball, but more, or sorry, not Ash, but Tracer, right? Because Tracer, your whole thing is to contest angles, and I'd rather have you fail to contest an angle, back off and get healing, and then exist again, instead of dying trying to contest it, alright? And you don't need to overextend it either, right?
Yep.
So, like, Tracer, you can be here, right? And, like, if they're trying to push through here, right? You can be here and contest them because you have your Zen, right? You could be here and contest because you have your Zen, but you can't go inside. You could go inside to finish off a kill, or maybe pick up the mini real fast, like blink in, pick up mini, and blink out this way, right? So you could like be in there and out like real fast, but I don't want to see like staying in here and putting in 3 clips, using your recall, blinking here, blinking back this way, right? Running off this way to try to get this many, right? You're so far out of your team's help, right?
Yep.
It's like at that point you kind of deserve to die, right? And same thing with the Ball, right? Like a Ball, like if you take a slam in here, your Ash can't shoot anybody, so there's no damage follow up. So you can't complain that nothing is dying in here if your Ash can't shoot at shit, okay? You need to be slamming here where your Ash can see, because your Ash can stand here and shoot. Or say, like, hey Ash, can you get LOS of inside of cage? And she can potentially try to like stand over here and like sit here and look, or she could sit here and get like kind of in there, or maybe she could even rotate to like here so she can see, right? So like she can get certain LOSs, but you have to let her know ahead of time so she can move there, right? Because if she's just standing
Okay.
here and you're just like going in for a slam, then she can't see, right? She has to like wiggle around, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, all we have to do, because our Zen and our Ashe are gonna make sure that we have point, right? Because they have LOS at the point, so we should exist in this space where we're gonna get heals, and we're gonna have our Ashe shooting at anything that's trying to hurt us, right? That's how we win the point, okay? And let's say they have like 4 people on point and they have 2 people here pocketing these 4, right? So you guys get forced out, then you guys can dive these 2, get rid of this problem, and then go back to the point, right? Look at it like that,
Okay.
right? If they only have like 2 people here and we have 2 people here, but we have our Ashe and our Zen, then we really have 4 people on point,
Mhm.
And we just have to keep the Ashe and the Zen alive. As long as they're alive, then our ball can contest the point. And if he needs the help, the Tracer's in on it, right? Potentially the ball could even like give up the point, right? If they send like I said, like if let's say like they all come out from here, right? And again, we could also like just slam here. We have to slam here. If they're gonna go under there or out through here, we have to hit the slam here. If we hit it here, it's too late, right? And we obviously can't hit it inside. It's no winner. So you have to hit the slam here, right?
Mhm.
So if they're going this way or this way, yeah.
What if they have a sim TP? Like, let's say they go under and then TP straight to point and we don't hit them in rotation.
Again, all we have to do is we just play to contest the point, and that means at that point our Tracer can drop, right? And our Ball and Tracer, they just have to touch toes on point and try to stop them from capping. That's all they have to do.
So don't let them cap before we kill them.
Exactly, because then again, our Ashe and our Zen are sitting here free firing. They don't have to worry about shit, right? They can big chill. Okay?
Mhm.
And like potentially our Sig could drop and help, but it's kind of dangerous. I would rather have the Sig just stand at the edge and kind of like poke in. And he could like you could throw your shield onto the point potentially. Not that many teams run Sim TP here. Not to say that they wouldn't. But again, we just play for our Ashe's LOS. She'll be super free, so she could literally just stand still and shoot. Same thing with her Zen, just to make aiming hella easy for them, right? And if they try to leave point to contest the high ground, then our Ball and our Tracer slam on them before the TP, right? And by the way, let me talk about that real fast, because maybe it's a little confusing when I say before TP. When I say before TP, I don't mean before they place it, right? I want to see, this is what happens, right? The Sim goes out, throws the TP down, right? And then you slam on her as this is being deployed. You have to do it once she throws it down, but before it's ready to be taken. Because once it's down, okay, they're TPing, right? And the whole thing is everybody's going to gather up and wait for that TP to be down so they can take it before it breaks, right? And our Sig and our Zen and our Ashe are going to be shooting at the other side of it. Bless you. Bless you. Yeah, you're all good. So
Bless you.
they're all going to be shooting at it. And then what I need you to do is slam all these guys up in the air so they can't take it before we break it. That's
Okay.
how that works. But if you slam before the TP is down, they're just going to go up in the air, they're going to go down, and then they're going to drop it, and then they're going to take it, right?
Yeah.
So the whole idea is that they drop it, you slam them up so they can't take it while the core breaks it, so this is broken by the time they hit the ground. That's the idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Is this making sense to everybody?
Because I never understood it
Yes.
on Hanamura because I didn't
Mhm.
we weren't gonna break that TP. I don't think.
I mean, wherever they're TPing, we should be able to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, because like it almost has to be within our core's LOS, right? And so they
Yeah.
should be able to see either end of it, whether it's the side that they're on or like the side they're going to. They should be able to see one of them.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. All right, cool. So is everybody good on this? Tiz, Husky,
Yes,
Maddie?
sir.
I had a question.
Yeah, what's up?
You basically, for the Mercy, you just said at the beginning of the game that she plays the high ground, but you said nothing afterwards about where she's rotating to, who she's going with, like what her.
The Mercy is here for the Ashe because Ashe's fall off starts right about here, right? And so the Mercy is here to like damage boost the Ashe, so that way Ashe can actually be a threat to this high ground. Also, our Mercy can potentially even like fly over to the Tracer, right? So that way like Mercy can actually sit like up in this window, and heal people on point, right? Especially with like Valk, because you can be like Valking and contesting the point from here, right? And then your Zen can see you, obviously, so he can orb you, right? And that way, if anyone like comes out from here, you can very easily link onto them if you're up on this area. But Mercy, you're like 90% of the time you're gonna be with your Ashe, unless like they desperately need more healing on point because they're TPing to point, for example. Then you can like after Ashe throws her dynamite, you could potentially, because like at this point Ashe isn't gonna run into fall off, right? Like this is close enough, so you could potentially like fly over to your Tracer before she drops, and that way you can be like looking to heal her, like as your Tracer's tiptoeing the point, heal her, right? Or come over here and heal your ball, right? You could climb up on this, jump and glide, and then get to here, and you could potentially heal them like on the point as well. Okay, and then if you ever need to, you can fly back to your Ashe. So like if these guys like get stabilized, and like once we get like 1 or 2 picks, and like they're gonna be fine on point with the Zen heals, then you can fly back and damage boost your Ashe to like help take care of that.
Okay.
Natty, whatever you
Yeah.
do, please don't slip out of the window.
Yeah, what you don't want to do is you don't want to go in here and then be like, "Oops," and then I mean,
Have some fucking faith in me, guys.
Oh, I do have faith in you. I just
I have faith in
want
you.
to avoid it overall.
It's a fair enough thing to ask because I can see myself totally like trying to get up in here, and like I did it at first too. Like I went like this, and I went in here, and I went to like push down to like get into the window, and I totally missed it. Like even just in spectator, I missed it and like went right into the point. But no, I believe in you. I think it'll be much easier to do in game, especially when you have like slow fall on. Worst case scenario, if you do accidentally fall in, just say like call your ball like ball go point now, so he falls, so you can like fly like long fly to him and get outside, wait for a second, and then fly back up, and then you'll be over here, right? But I think you'd be fine. Is that like now? Are we all good? Does anybody have anything else?
No, I'm good.
Oh, sounds good.
Pow, you good over there? You've been kind of quiet.
Yeah, I'm taking notes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
And things are
Man.
pretty clear.
Anybody want a drink after this?
What? I'll take a swig right now.
Hey, you guys want to queue comp after?
Mm-hmm.
Or this is gonna be screaming at us in German.
I'll
I
probably be doing
remember.
Trials of Osiris after.
You'll be doing what?
Trials of Osiris.
I don't know what that is.
Destiny 2.
Oh, okay. I remember that night. All I remember is me recommending comp and everybody else like, no comp, only quick play. I was bummed at the time, but after the fact I was like, yeah, no, that was a good call by you guys, so thanks. Alright. Here on this map, it's going to be the Sombra Tracer. You can't really run anything else.
Soldier Echo.
Alright.
What?
Soldier Echo. If San Francisco made it work, we can do it.
If we're not running the Tracer, I don't think that I will be running the ball then.
Ball, Diva, Sombra, Tracer, Zen, Brig. Okay. Sombra, this map is gonna be won or lost almost entirely on you and your ball.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, you put the 2 throwers under the bus. Oh.
Because okay, one thing that we absolutely need is we need this mega. Okay. And it is gonna Pow could potentially fuck you from the start. Okay, because Tracer needs to TP out. Okay, she needs to, 100%. So Tracer, listen, Pow. Nah, it's alright. We're coming back. We're coming back to it. Don't worry.
I can send you my notes. Don't worry, man.
So, Pow, you're gonna be on Sim. Okay, you're gonna come out from spawn and you're gonna hit your TP of one of 2 places, right? One place is gonna be here. The other place is gonna be on this ledge right here. This one is what we want. but at very least you need to hit it here. Okay. Here, I'll move it down just a little bit so you can see it. Boom. There. Okay. You see it a little better now.
Yep. Wait, give
Yeah,
me a
it's
second.
kind of garbage, but yeah. So we ideally want to hit it here. This is really what we want. This is like, it's okay. But it has to be one of those two spots, okay?
Yeah.
All right, Sombra. This is very important. After you take the TP, okay? You're gonna be here. You're gonna straight at this wall. You're gonna hit basically where this bush is. Throw your translocator at this angle. It's gonna go, whoop, like this, and land right about here. Okay? You take it. You cut right, uncloak right here, and you can hack this pack. You can barely see it, but you can hack it from here. This is max hack range, and you have the maximum amount of cover. Right here, you can't hack it. Right here, you can't hack it. Right here, max range, max cover. It's the best spot. If you get it if you get right here, if everything works out perfectly, you will have that pack for you 100% of the time.
Okay.
The only difference at the highest level, if we TP here and they TP here, they'll beat you to it, right? But at your guys' level, either of these, if your rollout is good, if the TP is on either of those, you should get it like 90% of the time, okay?
Got it.
Yes, sir.
And so just as like, again, like an overview, right? So Sombra, you're gonna run, you're gonna throw your TP from here. It's gonna go around this space, somewhere around here, right? You might be here, you might be here, just depending on the timing. It doesn't really matter. And then you're gonna come this way, uncloak. You can kind of uncloak like in this space here, and then walk forward and get the hack off. Okay,
Alrighty.
so that's what that's gonna look like. Ball, you are gonna be sped out of spawn by your brig. Okay,
Mhm.
and you're gonna fly way the fuck down main like this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what I need you to do, I need you to run in and sit here. Okay? Because
Understandable.
if they have a Sombra here, I want her to hack you, not the pack.
Mhm.
Okay? And so basically you're here to basically body block the pack to guarantee that your Sombra gets it, and you're gonna be shooting this way, okay? And knowing that the Sombra is gonna be here, you can blind fire that way, right? Because she's coming from here, she's too far to reach this pack, right? So she's likely going to be in this space here. So you can just shoot. So you roll out to here and then just start shooting, okay? The second we have this pack, now you can start actually looking around, okay?
Yeah.
And then Sombra, once you have that pack, I typically like to rotate and play around this space for like a nice pinch angle, right? Our Tracer will be coming up, right? The Tracer can be kind of playing this coast side. Ball will be playing like this middle space, okay? And we're normally going to be looking for like a slam here because our like Zen and our Brig and our Diva are normally going to be around here, okay? Because playing not exactly main, but on like this strip right here is really strong for Zen, okay?
Alrighty.
Oh, also, Sombra, what I will say is by the time you hack this pack, about 1 second later, you can turn this way and throw your translocator up here.
Okay.
The first time you take this translocator, throw it to this roof up here. From there, so you take it and throw it up there.
Alrighty.
Just trust me on that. And then after that, you can throw it between one of 4 places, right? Which is, where's my mouse? You can throw it between 1 of 4, which is like 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's where it's gonna be. It's normally gonna be spots 1, 2, and 4. If the enemies have this space under control, then you're gonna be looking at 2 and 3. Okay. If we have this space under control, it's almost always gonna be 1. Unless like we are here and the enemies are here, then it's gonna be 2, right? If we're here, or like let's say like our Zen is like down here, then you're gonna be playing it on
Why
this.
would I be there out of curiosity?
If they are running like a hard dive or something and they're over here, so you can be further. Because if you're here, then like the tracer can wrap around, right? But if you're here, it allows like your diva to be here. So like if you're here, for example, like if you're sitting here and you're spamming them, and you realize, oh, like they're coming from this way, you should be spamming them and walking this way. right? Because the tracer is gonna be coming from here, and so you just want some like space to be there. Yeah, but you're primarily gonna be in this space here. It gives you
I'm just adding it to my notes.
Yeah, no, you're all good. Because like from here, you can be sitting here, right? And so you have really like solid LOS. Same thing here, right? And then if you're rotating here, you have like good like crossfire LOS. You see?
Huh.
Yeah. So that's gonna be the primary thing, and then ball, taking a look at these spaces. So like at this angle here, right? Just take a visual, okay? So what we're looking at, right? We're looking at spaces like here. Looking at
I'm
spaces
gonna
here,
play by the megas.
here, and like these spaces here, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously point. Okay.
Mhm.
So if we pull this up, slam spots, right? And that's why I was talking about like you're looking for engages here, right?
Yeah.
So you can look for slams there, you can look for slams here. You can kind of get away with it here because the boop up will make them visible for your Zen. So that's an option, right? But normally like if they're here, they're normally gonna be going either here or here, so you could just wait, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like this is a strong spot. This is a strong spot. Your Sombra is going to be primarily playing this angle. Your Tracer is going to be kind of playing along this coast side because she's going to have a Mega here. She's going to have a Mega here, and she'll have the one on her side. Sombra, that's going to be on you. Sombra, I'm going to say right now, anytime you're mid-fight, try to take packs because you don't have nearly as much setup to do, right? It's really hard to like assassinate somebody to take like a deep dive, right? Like you can't really fight up here without your Zen up here, right? So your setup is really limited. Sometimes we'll fight up here, but for right now, I don't want you guys to worry about it that much, right? We might like adjust it later, but for right now, I don't want you guys to worry about it. Because typically after first fight, if you win the point, we all set up here. And this is a little bit of a stronger spot, but it's really dangerous. But if you guys want to try it, I'll write it out for you guys, and I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to. But we get our Zen, our Brig, and our Diva up here, right? We get our Tracer up here, our Sombra here, and then the ball sits here so he can look for an engagement in this open space or on this space. Sombra can hack this Mega, and she has to pre-hack that Mega there. And basically, we can take one of two engagements. We can either fight them in main, or we can fight them on this side piece here, the one I just erased. Sorry. But we can look for like these engagement spots. Bless you.
Bless
So,
you.
Ball, you can very easily look to like look for a slam engage here or here, right?
Mhm.
And then obviously like your Tracer can be pinching in, your Sombra's looking for a hack here, right? So it's pretty easy. The idea here is super easy and super repeatable and very, very strong. It does have a weak point, which is underneath. In which case that is like kind of like you have to try and like take the engage here. Your Zen has to drop down and like sit in their main, and then they're flipping map, and it's kind of tricky. Which is why like I would say like just be careful of it. But if you guys want to try it, go for it. But you have to be really fast, right? You win first fight and you're rushing to take these spots. And I'm sure everybody knows this, but just to make sure, you can climb on this little brick here. You climb up here, up here, up here to get up. And Tracer, you can hop up to here, across.
In other words, I am the slow one.
Yeah. And like it is hard, right? Because like basically Zen, like if you're here and we're winning the fight, like let's say we have 2 or 3 picks, then you'd start walking this way, and then we get 4 picks, 5, we clean up the fight, your ball and Tracer are capping the point, now you're here, right? And now you're already hopping up. So it is hard, right? The rotation has to be like kind of early, but at a point to where it's safe. So it's really tricky, the timing of it. But it just throwing it out there for you guys. Are we all good on this? Are you guys gonna move on?
Yep.
Any questions?
You didn't really say too much about Brig.
You're just Zen bodyguard.
Okay, normal.
Yeah. Sorry, there's not much special there. You're trying to whip people off. You're trying to control the flanks. If you want something more specifically, you're gonna be trying to front face whatever is coming. So if our Zen is here and they're rotating this way, like I said, our Zen is gonna start backing up this way, right? You kind of want to like lead this rotation first just to check it to make sure it's clear, and then the second it's clear, now you're gonna backtrack and kind of like let your Zen get around that pole. Okay. And then your diva is gonna be playing a little bit closer. But like point being like basically it should be like diva and then brig and then Zen, right? So like you're gonna be behind your diva but in front of your Zen. So you want to be
Yeah.
like front facing the problem, right? So you have to back clear and then front face, right? Diva
Yeah.
is only gonna front face, right? But like I don't want our Zen to walk around here like right into a tracer that's hiding on the stairs, right? So that's why we send the brig first. So brig clears it, and 90% of the time it will be clear. 90% of the time it will be clear. So you clear it and then you front face the issue, right? Same thing, right? If our Zen is here and they're walking like this, then I just need you to like turn around and like check this ramp or look at the door and maybe like just like don't throw your abilities at it, but like just whack in this area, right? Turn around and whack and then like turn and like be ready, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Basically, like you need to like lead your Zen because let's say there's a Sombra that's invis here waiting for you guys to back into them so she can EMP, right? But if you turn around and you start leading the charge, right? Even though the Sombra's invis, if there's a brig walking right at me, I'm gonna be like, whoa, 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 okay, I'm back up, right? So that's why it's important. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you from experience being the Sombra and like like waiting for a rotation for me to do something to the Zen, right? But then the Briggs, like a good Brig will like lead that rotation for the Zen, and so I can't do anything.
Any diva specific things? Because my biggest struggle is, hero mechanics and what I'm exactly supposed to be doing. And this
One of
map is confusing me.
the biggest things is you have to be doing the famous diva U-turns, is what I like to call them. So what you do a lot of the times is you're gonna booster into something and then turn around, okay? So if you're sitting like up here, for example, right? You just need to be DMing important abilities. And I mean by what I mean by important, I mean like Ana nades, you need to eat those, right? You need to eat like Ash dynamites, you have to eat those, okay? If there's like a tracer or something like over here, like you need to be like trying to pressure her. If she blinks towards your team, like towards your Zen and your Brig, she's probably going for a pulse bomb, okay? So you need to just DM, right? If she blinks right at you or right at them, then just throw up your DM, okay? If it's like a Rhine comp and they're like speeding this way, then boostering through all of them and then taking the top pillar, taking this high ground, right? Because you could booster and take that. So like resetting to the high ground and then like using your DM on your team, okay? Stuff like that. You also want to be trying to be close enough to your Sombra to DM your Sombra for a hack if she needs it, okay? Sometimes she'll need it, sometimes she won't. Sombra, if you need it, I need you to call it out. Okay, say like DM me 3, 2, 1, DM no 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 no. Right? Um and you have to give that countdown so your diva has just enough time to actually find you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So diva, you want to be trying to DM your Sombra for the hacks. You want to be DMing important abilities, and you need to be basically you're the thing that's going to be keeping space between your Zen and everything that wants to kill him. Okay, so you got to be in front of that. Yep. Anybody have any other questions?
No, sir.
All right.
Nope.
Cool.
Sounds
Next
pretty
map.
I unfortunately I do have to go after that one though.
Okay.
It's getting a little late and I do have to be at work.
Okay, no worries. If there's anything that is important, I'm sure. I think somebody's recording. We'll have notes, so you should be fine.
Okay, awesome.
Yep, I
Alright,
gotcha.
Cool.
Sweet, thank you.
Yep,
Yeah.
bye bye.
Night,
See
Gabe.
you, Tiz. Have a good one.
All right. Let's go Numbani next. We'll just
I
work
love
up
how
the list.
Readable 69 just got online.
Yeah, right.
Oh wait, is Vic playing? Oh yes, they're throwing. Sounds like fun.
What map is this again?
Numbani.
Okay, thank you.
That's the one in
I forgot the
Africa.
name of this.
I don't know how to tell you this cake, but it does say it right here.
Bro, I'm literally like in a Google Docs right now. I'm
Okay,
barely
fair
even
enough.
looking at
Fair
the.
enough.
At the
Okay,
thing.
okay. All right, comps. We could potentially run an Ori here, but I really don't like it. I would say like ball or monkey are both good here. So ball or monkey. Do you have a preference?
Definitely ball.
Definitely ball. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So we're gonna do the ball. We can do. I like to say Ash for defense. For defense, and then I like Echo on attack.
Mhm.
Ooh, Jesus Christ. So yeah, Ash. And then we're gonna do obviously the Diva for the Echo. Echo, we're gonna have Diva. For Ash, we're gonna have Sig. With Ash, we have Sig, yeah, and then we have Diva. And then we're gonna have Jesus Christ, this is all over the place. But yeah, and then we're gonna have the Zen. And sorry, Ash, but you don't really get no, we'll give you a mercy. Potentially
No
a
worries.
brig. We'll start you with the mercy, and you have to pop off. Otherwise, we have brig.
Mhm.
Oh, also for this is specifically for first point. Sig, if you lose first point, go Diva. On attack, you're just gonna be Diva. On defense, you're gonna be Sig for first, Diva for the rest. Okay. And how this is gonna be looking, how we're looking to play this. Let's talk about it. Yes.
Have everything down. For offense, ball, Diva, Ash, Tracer, Mercy, Zen. Or Zen is that other healer, and then defend. So that's offense, and then defense is ball, Sig, Diva after first. With an Ash, Echo, Mercy, Zen. Is that what we said?
Not quite. Sorry, I see how you got that. So this specific slot is going to be Ash or Echo,
Okay.
but we're always going to have a ball and tracer. Ball and tracer
Okay,
are always going to
gotcha.
be together.
Always ball tracer. Perfect.
Yes.
Ash slash Echo. Tracer.
Yeah.
So then I gotta discuss with Tis if he wants to play the Echo.
Yeah, I think he has a pretty solid Echo. What's likely to happen is you're going to be Ash, he's going to be Tracer, and then he'll be Echo and you'll be Tracer.
Yeah.
Unless
Oh,
one of
no.
you is just like really solid at Tracer, then we'll stick that person only on Tracer.
And
but-
that's on attack
Oh,
though. On
no,
attack, it's
yeah.
either or.
Wait, hang on 1 second, Kate. What's up, Dragon?
Sorry.
We ran into this issue on the Grab 9 roster as well.
What?
Where I end up playing with multiple people on Tracer in the same game.
Yeah, and the ball synergy is really hard
It
to
just,
solidify.
it wasn't fun.
You can stick me in Tracer. I don't really care, but then
We'll just have to talk about it because if Tiz would rather run Tracer the entire time and then you're cool with the Echo, then we can do that. But at the same time, Dragon, for what it's worth, if like they only have one job, which is to dive with you, so it shouldn't be that hard. For right now, I'm okay with them flipping it around while we figure out who you synergize with best. Okay.
Okay. I mean, I've got more playtime with POW, but who knows?
Which is fair, but I also know that you have more outside time with Tiz. So we'll see. We'll see. You know, like I said, and feel free to make changes to these things as you need to, right? But this is just a baseline. And Cake, yeah. So for defense, just to summarize, we'll have ball. Hang on, I'll do ball Sig and then Diva after first, right? And then we have Ash, Tracer, Zen, and Mercy. Okay. And then Brig after first. And then on attack, it's the ball, Diva, Echo, Tracer, Zen, Brig. Ja, alles gut. Also, the Zen, and I'm gonna pick a different color. I'm gonna do light gray.
No, same color of throwing.
The Zen, the Ash, and the Mercy are gonna be here. Sig here. Ball here. Tracer here. Like on the stairs. Tracer is here to watch coast. Ball watch coast. Tracer can watch under. Ball watches up top. Sig, you're watching main. Okay? If they're coming from main, these guys are fine here, right? It's much harder to dive at this space than it is this back corner because they'll walk up main and they just jump across. But here they have to walk around the corner and then jump up. So it actually does make it harder. As they're walking, Ball, you have to look for an engage before they jump if they're going main. Okay?
Big doable.
If they aren't going main, I'm going to switch the color up. I don't like it. I'm going back to blue. If they aren't going main, if they're going up top, wait for them to get out. And then you can look for a slam. Okay.
So
then you slam.
my question is, what if they just yeet from the corner?
What
Like,
do you mean?
on main.
Like from here?
Yeah.
And jump up here onto the sig?
I mean, just generally onto the high ground. To like
If
stage.
they're back
if they're
here,
like playing out of Illios.
If they're back here, you just shoot at them.
Okay.
Your sig will shoot at them. Right? If they're trying to go from here to this corner, once they push the sig backwards, whether they go straight from this corner and jump him and he has to back up, or if they soft dive up here and then push on him that way, once he gets to this corner, then you can grapple across and slam, okay?
Alright.
And your tracer is going to play what I like to call shark in the water. She's going to stand down here, and anybody who drops off the high ground, she's going to eat them up.
We had a lot of success on the Graph 9 roster with this map, specifically first point defense, because we played a lot, very, very similar to this. We tucked our Zen and Ashe like further back down. If you look, if you take our vision, right back there. But it's basically the same thing where Ball can pretty much see everything. We also we started our tracer on high ground because we. If they push back our sig, what do you think about that?
Sitting which high ground? Like this one?
With Ball, top right.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
She's on the stairs. So she's sitting here, like this. Because like I stand right here because I can literally see anybody coming from up bottom, from up top, and from coast from here. I see all 3 points. And so if they're coming from high ground, I blink like this, and I'm here, right? If they're coming from low ground, I just call that they're coming from low ground, and I sit here, right? Because I have a mini right there. If they're coming from coast, and I call that they're coming from coast, and again, I sit here, right? Maybe I come up here when they're coming under, right? But I like the stairs because she can be on this high ground, and she watches every single route. Because there's only 2 ways of getting up to this high ground. One of which is to jump on this high ground here. One of which is to jump. The other way is through this hallway here. So having a tracer here, if they have like a tracer that goes all the way and around, our tracer is going to see it being right here. Right? Just because of how the map, like, geometry is laid out, right? Like, if their tracer, like, let's say they have a ball, for example, right? And their ball goes like this, and he grapples through here, and he swings all the way around, and then comes like this, and he's coming through here, picks up the pack, comes through here, comes up, oh, here's our tracer standing right fucking there to mark him. So that way he can't just come like this and set up, you see? But if our tracer is like further up, if she's up here, then she wouldn't ever see that, right? We might know that it's happening, but nobody's doing anything about it. But having the tracer here, she can set up wherever she needs to be. They're going behind, she's here. They're going under, she's here. They're going up top, she's here. They're going coast, she's here. If they're going main, then she just comes and sits on the point, and she plays shark in the water, wait for someone to fall, and then she goes on that person.
Excellent, sounds good.
Yeah. And so that's basically what we're looking for. So if they're going main, then we wait for them to push the sig out, we slam here, right? If they're walking like this, then we hit them on the ground like that, right? If they're coming up top, we wait for them to come out, and then we hit them. If they're coming from bottom, wait for them to come out, and then hit them here. If they're going coast, wait for them to come out, and then hit them here, right? And if they're going to try to come like this all the way around, right? Which would be like a little weird, right? If they like all came like this way and then came up here, right? Our Zen can see them here. So you can slam them here. That's okay, right? And our tracer is going to be literally right here. So like, I kind of drew it a little weird. So if I want to redraw it, it'd be like this. Like you can slam in this space when they're coming out this way or from here, right? You're looking for a slam in this bean or you can hit it there if they're going main, or if they're just jumping up, you hit it on that corner. Sound good?
Look for a slam in the bean.
Yep.
Understandable.
Slam and bean, slam and bean. What the fuck? Hang on, I got it. Give me a second. I got it. Where is it?
Beans, what the fuck?
Sorry.
You just scared the shit out of Cake.
Yeah, sorry, Cake.
I'll be right back. I have to go use the restroom.
Something that I always love first point defense with this map is ball has so many good options that are always in LOS. So this is like, if you're a good creative ball, then we're gonna rock that first point defense.
100%, because Numbani and Gibraltar have the similar situation of first point is really the make or break of the map. Like second point, you almost never hold on second point. You either full hold for first, or you burn as much time on as you can for third, is what it turns into. Both Jib and Numbani are like that. Okay, so going into second point, all right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our Zen up here, okay? Just kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
Ah, yes, we're running the Symmetra then.
Oh yes,
I see.
Definitely knew you were kidding. Definitely.
Nah, dude, our Zen's gonna pop trans with a Diva bomb and float his ass up there, dude.
Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're all gonna stand here, wait for the Diva to bomb. Zen is gonna trans, hop on top, and get booped up, okay? And then he'll chill up here. So
and then,
Yeah.
I just boost, and then I just boost over there to reset with him, of course.
yeah, exactly. Like that's easy.
Yeah,
And then
bro,
Brig just puts
our
it in
Brig's just gonna teleport.
there. No, actually, there is a shield bash spot like right here where she can like not get up, but it's close, so it's basically the same.
Our
basically-
Brig's
and
gonna
then
do
the Brig-
the
the Brig will
Overwatch 2
just-
Mercy thing and just fly.
The fucking oh my god, the patch notes with the Sig where they're like, yeah, it turns out the barrier was very heavy, so he just dropped the barrier and it would float around. Fucking killed me. Okay, but in actuality, what we're gonna do is we're gonna soft hold first corner, meaning up to here. Okay, soft hold means we're gonna exist in this space, but we don't really want the space. Okay, so our Zen, our Brig, and our Diva are gonna exist up here, right? They have good LOS. They're probably gonna get either poked out or dove out, right? They're gonna back up, and where they're actually gonna play is here.
We're gonna be playing for Bean.
You play for this straightaway right here, but basically you're looking to soft engage, soft hold this space. But we're actually
What if we end up
engaging
winning
here.
a fight there?
Then you stay there. I mean, that's kind of a silly question, but like ideally, what's gonna happen is we're gonna take a fight here. Okay, we win this fight, and then they're gonna move back up to here. They start here, we whittle them down, we back up to here, we hard engage, win the fight. They come back up to here, we whittle them down. That's how it's gonna work, right? Sometimes we might whittle them down here and just kill them, and then we just stay here. That's fine. Okay, but it's gonna be a lot of back and forth, right? But basically, what we want is they're going to exist here. They're going to have a monkey or a ball. They're going to try to jump up. Our Diva is going to boop them. Our Brig is going to boop them. The Zen is going to be running away here. He's not looking back to see if they hit that shit or not. He's gone, right? If anything, I want to see the Zen be here and be like, oh, hey, they got him, and then come back, right? But, like, Zen fucking book that shit, right? You know how you stretch out your legs? Stretch and then run.
Oh, my.
How terrifying would that be? To see like the Zen who's always floating around, and then he sees the monkey, turns legs to the ground, and just bolts. Yeah, right. Like Jesus Christ, that would be fucking hilarious. Anyways, yeah. So is that making sense though to everybody?
I
And so
suppose Ash plays with the Sun and the Brig. Yeah.
yes, yeah, you're gonna be here too, and because you're using your coach for the same thing, right? You're just booping them off.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And so you're literally just playing to like be like away. And so that's how we're doing, and then we're gonna be over here primarily. If we're getting good picks and we're popping off, cool. I'm okay with investing abilities in this space, but don't invest ults. Okay, it's really just not worth it. It really isn't, because their spawn is right fucking there. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't use ults here, right? Like if they use ults, cool, give them the space. Like, all right, bye, right? Like let them do that because then we're taking the actual fight here. Okay. Tracer again, shark in the water. She's gonna be kind of controlling under here in this space, potentially in this building here. Okay. This building, I really like it. But your Zen has to be really on top of it, and your Tracer has to be on top of it, because Zen needs to keep orb on Tracer. Tracer needs to not immediately die, because there's a chance that they'll force him out. So Tracer, you have to be careful, right? If you're really struggling over here, Tracer, then playing over here is okay, but this spot is stronger. I like this spot more. Because if you're here, then your ball will be here. He has the statue to grapple off, right? So ball, you can look for like slam engages here. I'm fine with that, okay? But I don't want to see you like using mines here. The only ult that I'm okay with investing is like pulse bomb. Nothing else. And so yeah, again, soft engaging here, hard engaging here, and we have to wait for them to clear this bus. Okay, wait for them to clear the bus. If they have a Zen that's sitting here and there's a monkey here, you can't slam on this Zen, right? Because your core is going to be over here at this point. Because by the time the monkey is here, the monkey's probably soft engaged. These guys have backed off, and now the monkey's here, right? Like he got booped off and he walked, and he's waiting for his next jump. So these guys are gonna be here, waiting to boop him away again. So that like you can slam on the monkey, that's okay, right? But you can't slam on the Zen because you don't have your Ash LOS, right?
Yeah.
Unless you think you can like one clip the Zen with your Tracer, but realistically no, because you're gonna have a Brig here that's gonna force your Tracer out. This monkey is just gonna bubble him and he's gonna zap you and then your Tracer is gonna get forced out, right? Like it's just not worth it. Okay. Just go for the monkey, go for the easier
Wouldn't
shit.
that
right?
be massive to force him to just kind of like use bubble though?
Yeah, but you could also slam on him and then he bubbles himself.
Okay, yeah, fair.
I got
Also,
a hot dog.
Nice.
Oh,
From the
welcome back.
bathroom? Weird, but cool.
No,
Weird.
Husky
Let me
pulling the Lincoln
explain.
logs out again.
What
Right.
the fuck?
Also,
Let me
you said you were going to
explain.
the bathroom, but anyways, hang on. It's alright. Just wait. But so Tracer, if you're playing in this building, right? Once your core is backing off, you can back up and play this building. Just so you know. Boom, easy.
Okay.
Everybody making sense to everybody? We all
Okay.
good?
Yeah.
I was able to hear you while in the bathroom, so
Okay, cool.
And wait a second, while everyone's
Oh
here,
my god, Natty, what the fuck is that?
yeah. Do we plan on scrimming like 3-1 trying to learn these new maps, or do you want to drop it back down to like...
Whoa, that was weird. Sorry, my Discord totally like.
oh my god.
I don't know. So if this is playing the Tracer, I would like to talk to him because if he feels like he wants to pick the Tracer, but he needs a little bit of work, maybe we drop down. Because most of our players are gonna be learning new stuff.
If
That's why I asked, like, in
I'd say
general,
for
if
1
we're
week,
learning new stuff, do we want to drop and then figure out what we can do better in VOD, and then after like a week or two of VOD, like re-up to ELO?
I was gonna
Right,
say
okay.
I'd say do two or 3 weeks lower elo, and then after those VODs go back to what we normally scrim.
Okay.
And whoever is going to play the rig, come to bother with me, please. We can check technical things.
Cool. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah. For what it's worth, if it makes it easier for you guys right now, I would rather have your rotations be early, and I would rather have your slams be late. Because you'll know if it's late. Because like if you're like okay, like I'm waiting for them to go, I'm waiting. Oh, they're already on my back line. Shit, right? Like it's much easier to tell that it's late. But if it's early, then you might slam, do nothing, and then roll out and feed them 400 of your health, right?
Yeah.
So for right now, core, if you guys aren't sure when to go, I would rather see you guys rotate earlier than you need to instead of later than you need to. If you go late, you die, right? And for ball and tracer, I would rather have you guys engage late instead of early. Okay. So if that makes it easier for you guys for right now, go ahead and run with that. For third point, honestly, just drop it for standard brawl, right? The Rhine Diva, Makery, Bat loose. Okay.
I like it.
Because third point you really can't dive. I would say stick it out for ults. If you have ults, play one fight with ults, and after that first fight, fucking drop that shit. Okay. And like after first fight, if you're 80 to whatever the fuck, I don't care. You should have used it the first fight if you had it, and if you don't, you don't. Okay. That's just how it works. All right, we take first fight. Yeah, Makery brawl, super standard. You could potentially keep the tracer, but Makery I think is honestly fine there. I think May is really strong for third. Yeah, Bat Blues. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Okay. On attack, let's talk about this because there's a lot of players that don't understand how this works, and it pisses me off because it's a timing thing. And it pisses me off because it's my players who do this in my own scrims. And I'm like, guys, please, guys. Okay? So, first thing that we have to do, okay? We're running. And this is on attack. I'll just do it in red. We're on attack now, okay? And we're doing the ball, the diva. We're doing the tracer, the echo. We're doing the zen. We're doing the brig. You could potentially do a mercy, but I like the brig. Mercy is good too, but one of those two, okay? I think the brig is better on attack. I would very heavily recommend the brig unless our echo is very, very good and our diva is very, very good. But anyways, if you guys are like hard rolling a scrim, so you want to try the mercy out, then go for it, okay? But I would very strongly recommend the brig, okay? And how it's gonna work
Under Dave 11, I stand dead.
Is oh my god, that reminds me of the fucking who somebody sent the carrot thing earlier, and I don't remember who it was. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Oh wait, did I not send it in gravity? I could have sworn I sent it in.
My mind goes to carrot and asshole.
I'm unsurprised.
Yeah, I sent it earlier today. Here, I'm just gonna bump it with a reply. Hang on. Reply bump. There you go. That's what I thought of.
Oh yeah, that. Never mind. Yeah, I did see that. It is some good wisdom though.
Okay.
It is
All right,
some
boys,
good
listen.
wisdom.
This is how this is gonna work, okay?
Don't fucking know it. I'm just. Okay, sorry.
It's okay,
let's move on.
it's okay,
I don't
it's
get it.
okay.
I don't get it.
Why is Medical's name Medical 4? Anyways. Okay,
Yes.
anyways.
'Cause
So,
4 is better than
Zen,
3.
Brig. I can't see this color at all. I'm going back to blue. Zen, Brig.
Oh wait, I
who
can't
else
see
is
on your
there?
stream.
Diva. Sorry. Can you not? Can you
Oh
hear
wait,
the
no.
in-game
Oh, sorry.
sound?
It was on my end. I forgot to go back to your stream after leaving your stream.
Okay. Can everybody else see it? We all good?
Yes. we
No,
can
I'm
see.
blind.
My bad.
Okay. Sorry to hear that.
Okay.
Zen, Brig,
I'm listening in
Diva.
braille.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
Can't with you guys. You just suck.
The bolder
Zen.
the braille, the louder you say it.
Zen, Brig, Diva. You guys are gonna stand right here. Don't go in here. We're gonna stand right here. Okay? Our echo is gonna be here. Okay? Our tracer is going to go like this. She's gonna go under. She's gonna sit here. Okay? Our ball is just going to stand right here. Okay? We all good on this?
Yes.
What's gonna happen is ball, you're going to roll around here. These guys are gonna see you. You have to go across. You can chill over here, but you can't start here because they're gonna poke you out from across. So you go here, pick up the mega if you need. You're gonna grapple. You're gonna swing. You're gonna slam. Boosh. Okay? During that swing, the grapple and the swing. Once these guys, you guys are gonna hear that grapple. You're gonna hear your ball going slamming in 3, 2, 1. Slamming now. You're here. Okay, the ball slams. You guys are pushing. Okay. Echo, you're here. You're hearing slamming 3, 2, 1. You're here. You're floating. You're shooting your stickies. Tracer, you're here. Slamming in 3, 2, 1. You're gonna jump. You're gonna be here. You're gonna blink here. You'll be here like last, but that's okay. We have to clear this high ground. Okay? Once this high ground is cleared, and our Zen and our Brig and our Diva exist here, our Echo is gonna like sit in main. Okay? So she's gonna take this fight. Where the fuck is my pen? There it is. Echo's gonna take this fight, and she's gonna come and she's gonna chill here, wait for her next fly. Our ball and our tracer are going to exist on point inside of our Zen's LOS. When Echo has her fly again, Echo and ball are gonna dive the opposing high ground. Tracer's gonna still sit on point, play shark in the water. Anybody that goes on point, that's Tracer's business. Right? The ball and the Echo, their whole thing is to try to force these guys off the high ground, look for picks. Okay?
Okay.
The most important part, the hardest part, but the most important, is getting this high ground cleared. It's a timing attack, right? Ball, you have to give a countdown. And then once you're slamming, go, okay, slamming 3, 2, 1, slamming on so-and-so. Just give a target, right? I don't care who it is, but these guys all need something to shoot at. Make sense?
Yeah.
The hardest part, but the most important part, is going to be trying to get this high ground, right? This will be the thing that you guys struggle with the most. After you guys have this, it should be relatively easy because our Zen is just going to exist up here. Our Tracer is going to be pressing the point. Our Echo's in main, trying to contest the high ground. Our ball is going to contest with the Echo. Okay. Does that make sense? We all good?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool.
Yes.
Pog. All right.
What?
I said no Junkrat voice. You don't say yes in Junkrat?
Nah. What the
Cool.
fuck was that moan? Hold on.
Um,
I'm sorry. I've been writing in Braille. There you go.
bro.
There you go. Yes, I actually sent something in Braille. You're welcome.
I don't want to look it up.
Someone can look up the. Wait. Oh no, I did it right. Never mind. Someone can look up the Braille alphabet and see what I wrote. I'll
Alright.
delete it after someone decodes it.
Going on to second point here. This is going to be a little weird, okay? But our Zen and our Brig and our Diva are going to try to play inside this building while we push it through here, okay? Is that clear with everybody? We're all good? You guys are going to
Yeah.
exist because you have this doorway and then you have this doorway, right?
Yep. let
Our
me write it down.
Tracer is going to be existing on the point. She's going to be the one making the cart progress. Our Echo is going to be trying to clear out this space here with our ball, okay? So Echo is normally going to be playing around statue. The ball is going to be grappling off a statue. You can be going either way, okay? And then the Zen, just try to have angles, right? So if your Echo's like staging, she can be there. If she's jumping, you can try to peek the doorway, right? Or you can start moving down here and then peek it from here, okay? Once we get this high ground cleared and the cart gets to this corner, now we have to look at taking this high ground. So you guys can rotate out of this building and come and take the stairs, okay? But until then, just playing inside and playing like these angles. And they're not the best angles, I'm not gonna lie, but it's the strongest thing that you guys can work with, right? So being in here and poking, and then you can rotate down to here, and now you're trying to like poke them out from here, right? And like try to force them out of your LOS, right? Once they're out of your LOS, then you're gonna be pushing up, right? You can go like this, come into here, to doom, come up, and take this high ground, right? And now you're playing for this LOS, okay? So Zen, Brig, Diva, you guys are gonna be basically playing inside of this room, in here, as we push the cart the rest of the way. Because with our Zen here, we have this whole alleyway, right? So we can like chill, right? The cart's gonna be here, right? It might be a little bit further, whatever. But then they're gonna, at some point, they're gonna move past this corner. And when they move past this corner is when we take this new angle, whenever that is, okay? And so then you guys are gonna be chilling here. Our Echo will be like on this coast side here, contesting the high ground. The ball, you're going to exist on the point with the Tracer and just contest straight from main, okay? Echo is going to have the hardest time because she's not going to have Zen LOS in the pre-fight unless she's playing in this building, because then she can peek out like this, get orb, right? But she also has the mini there and she has the mega behind her, so she's going to be staging kind of around here. I like to play right about here and stand up like this and shoot at them, and then I'll come in, I'll pick up like the mini, or I'll get topped up by my Zen. I wait for the ball, going slamming 3, 2, 1. He's slamming in. I'm jumping up, right? Diva, you could, in this dive, if we're going first, Diva, you can be boostering in too and be a part of this, okay? This is one of the few times where you get to do that because they're on high ground and we're on high ground. So if we take the fight to them, big doable, okay? As long as these high grounds are cleared, we should have no problem eventually pushing the point in because that's... Yes. Yes. Yeah. So, and outside of that, like if they're just sitting on low ground and we just have the high ground for free, play it as slow as you need to because we'll eventually win. Right? We just focus whoever's on point and we'll win. Okay?
Yes.
And then for third point, again, don't be afraid of using ults for the first fight and then just swapping brawl. Okay? It's really that simple for third. Third point, you can't really dive. It's too hard because right here it's a really short area, so it's like you don't really get the advantage of the jump to close space. And here it's too close to their spawn, and so it's no good. So brawl is really just the way to go for third. All right, we all good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Pog. Third map. Man, it feels like this is going by. This is taking forever. Sorry, guys. Sorry for having it take so long. I mean, does this feel helpful at least? Do you guys feel like you're going into this with a plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because apparently the rotation side thought Husky it weren't that bad. They're kind of accurate. So maybe ditching the girl for thinking how rotation was helpful.
Hey, Pow, do you speak Spanish?
Maybe.
Talk dirty to me.
Okay, I think that we talked about this already, and I know you speak Spanish, bro.
Yes, of course.
I'm just teasing, but I
Yo
know we
hablo
talked about this.
español.
We talked about this a little bit. Okay, so our Zen
Oh,
is
yeah.
gonna come out from here, right? Yes, attacking.
If I do say so myself, Nadi did the proper thing when we were playing earlier. Even though I was playing Anna, she waited for Dragon to clear the high ground for her to take that. So
Big
props,
Pog.
props to her.
Glad to hear it. Good. Ball, Tracer,
Aw,
Widow.
you must like me.
Zen, Mercy, Sig. Yes, Ball, Sig, Tracer, Widow, Zen, Mercy.
Turn your head and cough.
No.
No, you're good.
Husky,
So
when we
Zen.
fuck it.
So Zen.
That is
gonna-
my fucking line.
Oh, gentlemen, let's come on.
Zen, you're gonna play from here, okay? And you're gonna play under. You're gonna chill, right? Cart's gonna get up to here, right? Our Widow and our Sig can play up top, but like I'm fine with them just playing under with you, okay? Mercy, I'm sorry to tell you this, but Mercy, you're literally just gonna sit with the Widow the entire game. But it's only for first point. And we'll talk about that.
Quick, sorry. Does Zen go up to that bridge? Like,
No, he's gonna play
just-
under.
Gotcha.
It's too easy to spam this area, and it means it's hard for him to get his angles. But him playing under gives him 3 different doors to have potential angles, and there's a mega to play off of.
Okay, sounds good. And
Yeah.
Diva goes with him? Or, I mean, Sig? Or no, Sig
yes.
goes somewhere else.
Sig can go up top, or he can play it bottom. Widow can go up top only if the Sig goes up top. But Widow has to be with the Sig for this.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Orthus, I just found something.
What's up?
We have elevator music and voice mod.
Where?
Soundboard, and it should be like in the top bar with all the sounds.
I like the
Should be
lo-fi
like the
music.
silver one.
Is it the music, the voice box music?
No. Like, oh god, do you not have that one on yours?
I have Prankster, EDM, the voice box backgrounds, voice box music. I have the lo-fi vibes, the retro games, anime.
It should be like a silver, like a stainless steel looking.
Oh! I see it.
Yeah, elevator music.
Fog. I like the lo-fi vibes one. I chill with that one a lot. All right, boys. Welcome to the VOD. Go ahead and get comfortable.
At least turn it down a bit. We can barely hear you.
It also doesn't help that I was talking.
I was ready for the role play.
I got it. Go ahead, Orthus.
Okay.
I was like, dude, I was getting into the foreplay.
Oh my god. That's when I go, what's that? Okay, Tracer, you're gonna be on
Oh
cart.
no!
Ball, you're gonna look to kind of do a lot of scouting in the pre-fight, see where they are, see what's going on, okay? Then at some point, our Ball and our Tracer, once you get the cart up to here, okay? You and the Ball have to clear this space out. You have to clear this space out. Ball and Tracer are going to clear this space out. Ball, Tracer, what are you guys doing?
Obviously not clearing that space out.
We're gonna clear the space out, despite what you just said. We're gonna clear the space out, and then our Zen and his squad are going to rotate there. And we talked about it the other day, Natty. All right. If you're able to cut straight across, big pog, do it. If you need to, back way the fuck around like this, come up these stairs, come inside here, and drop down, take it, right? But whatever you gotta do to get there, okay? Once you're there, let me move the camera.
Yes.
Yeah. Boom.
Nope.
Once our Zen is here, our Zen is going to exist up on this corner here, right? He has LOS on this side, he has LOS on this side, right? Tracer's going to be pushing the point. Our Widow is going to exist on this coast side somewhere. It's within the Zen's LOS, the Tracer can peel. Ball, you are going to go wherever you are needed, right? If you need to be like peeling back, if they're trying to come up like this, right, you can take a slam here, right? Because it's in the Zen's LOS, it's in the Widow's LOS, okay? If they're trying to like push your Widow out, you're gonna slam them there, right? It's in the Zen LOS, it's in the Widow LOS, and your Tracer will peel, right? If they're trying to push your Tracer, slam on point, right? Well, you're gonna go wherever you're needed, okay?
Okay, and I stick with Widow even when Widow's going off and going so far away from Zen.
You're gonna be with the Zen. After like they split, the Mercy's gonna be with the Widow. You're gonna be with the Zen. Thank you for asking.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because that allows the Zen to peek. Because if they have a Widow like sitting here, what?
That means I have Husky and Mercy.
You have what?
What?
I have Husky and Mercy then.
Yeah, Husky, you can play Mercy, right?
I can learn it.
Yeah,
Husky,
you can.
no worries. Wait, any chance you have tomorrow free? Like anytime?
Yeah, should be able to. I can do it on stream as well. So
You're gonna run it only for this first point. Once we cap first point, I want to see this. Okay, I want to see people cap, and I want to see Widow turn and go, right? Actually, no, fuck it. You guys can run it for first fight, but if you die, then make the swaps, okay? So you can keep the comp, but when you die, Widow, you're swapping to, you're gonna swap to, fuck, what is it? Oh, you swap to Tracer, and our Tracer's gonna swap to Sombra, sorry. Or you can swap to Sombra if our Tracer doesn't want to switch. That's up to you guys. But after first point, after we die on first, this is what we're gonna be looking at, okay? This is after first point. I'll say after first. Okay? We're gonna have Ball, we're gonna have Diva, we're gonna have Tracer Sombra, we're gonna have Zen Brig. Okay? Back to this. And we've talked about this before, right? We're playing for a Zen's LOS, we're playing for controlling angles and just poking them out. We're looking for slam, we're looking for hack, okay? So this point is gonna be fought in 2 stages, which is before the turn and after the turn, okay? So, quite literally, I'll do it like this. Before the turn and after the turn. These are the 2 stages we're playing for. Before the turn, our Zen is going to be here. Our Brig and our Diva are going to be here. Our Sombra is going to be trying to control this space. Our Tracer is going to push the cart up to the turn, and then she's going to be trying to set up behind them somewhere. It doesn't really matter where. But she can pinch in from here. She can pinch in from up top. She can blink from here over to where the Sombra is, come way around and sit here if she needs to, right? Whatever. Take as much time as you need for the setup. If you do it right, you only need to do it once, right? Take the time to do it right. And then our ball is going to try and go behind and under, and I'll show that exact pathing in a second, but he's going to go behind and under. And we're looking to take a slam engage on this high ground to force them off. Okay, Sombra's pinching in from here, Tracer from here, ball from here. These 3 entrances are substitutable. If we have our Tracer from here and our ball from here and our Sombra from here, that's fine. We just need these 3 angles. The angles are more important than the heroes. But you guys will probably find just through playing that these are the easiest to take, okay? Because if Tracer's pushing cart, she literally just can double blink and go up the stairs. Sombra can cloak, she's gonna run in here, take this mega, and go upstairs, right? And then ball will just be like existing in that space anyways. So ball, and I'm sure you can figure this out, but just to make sure that we're all clear, ball, right? You're coming from here, right? You can grapple up here and swing through, up, out, turn, and slam. Okay? Our Sombra can be here. She kind of hacks this pack here. She's shooting, comes in here. Yeah. Hacks this pack for the ball. Cloaks, runs here. Comes up like this. Uncloaks. She can hack this pack if she has the time for it. She'll here. She can poke maybe a little bit, right? She can pop this window for Zen heals, right? And she's waiting for the slam. Tracer, she's pushing the cart. And then the cart's going to get up to here, right? If she has to play under them like this, that's fine, right? Whatever you got to do, push the cart up to the corner. And then once that ball's going for the slam, you blink here, jump up, you can blink in like this, right? Or if you need to, if they're forcing you out, then you blink, come this way, pick up the pack, come like this. Tracer's coming up and around like this, right? And you can sit back here if you really want to be safe. You can try to test your luck and see how close you can get. Maybe you can get to here. Maybe you can even get to here without them noticing. If they're blind as fuck and you just crouch and you kind of like creep along, right? You might be able to get to here, whatever, right? But Tracer, you can probably sit up behind. Then the ball slams. Tracer's coming in. Our Sombra is coming in. Diva, this is another one of those times. During the slam, you can engage. Okay? And one of the reasons why you can is because it's a linear path like this. So if they were to try to counter engage you, you're going to boop them in that process. You see? That's why you can do it. It's not always going to be like that, but in this case you can, okay? So you can be there. Once this space is cleared, our Zen, you're gonna run up like this and take the space. And now we're set up for stage 2. Okay? We all good so far? You need a second?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm giving Cape a second.
So I have a question. What if they're like able to retake stage 1 kind of while our Zen is in rotation?
They shouldn't be able to.
And
Because if they are, that means that we didn't clear it, meaning our Zen shouldn't be rotating.
no, I mean like what if they're able?
Yeah.
Oh wait, stage 1 is just taking the high ground. Okay, I was
Yeah.
thinking like, what if they're able to like retake like force out an angle and then kind of retake the spot where the angle was taken. So like let's say they were able to force out our Sombra. Like what would we do then?
Forced out here.
Yeah.
So if Sombra trances out, right? Then she just goes, and if they have that angle, then like the Sombra will just stack over here, right?
Okay.
But in reality, we should be able to fight this. Like Sombra should be able to fight here because the Diva should be able to like come and peel for her, right? Because if they're investing resources into our Sombra, we can match that, right? So our Zen is here. The Zen can Orber, Brig can pack her, Diva can literally fly here and force out whoever's on the Sombra, right? Same thing.
And the
with,
reason
the
why
ball,
I
right?
ask is because usually when you're the like Junkertown, you see the double shields come out a lot. So like people will play in that window.
Yeah, so you do see that a lot, right? But our Tracer is just gonna sit on point, and she's gonna push it, right? Just play patient for the
Yeah.
point, right? We don't have to worry about this high ground until the cart gets up here, right? Until then, our Tracer can push it for free because she can play under them, right?
Okay.
And like they can't, like our Tracer can literally stand like here, and push this point, right? And like they can't do anything about it, right? They literally can't. And so she can big chill. And at some point, they're going to have to be here, right? Or they can invest small things here, like they could send their Tracer to try to force our Sombra. But again, like our Sombra has a hacked pack, she has Zen Orb, she has Brig packs, and she has Diva DM, right? Down here on point, our Tracer has Zen Orbs, Brig packs, Diva DM, and 2 hacked packs, one in there and one there. Our ball here has the hardest time. He only has 1 hacked pack, but he has the easiest escape. He can just roll away, and then just wait, and then just come back. So we're just playing for those angles. Alles gut?
See.
Yeah.
Understandable.
You dipstick!
Okay, cool. Now comes to stage 2 after the bend, right? And all we have to do is exist in this space. It's really hard to take space with this comp, but it's very good at holding space. So once we get our Zen here, he just exists up here. Our Diva is going to front face any problems. Our Brig is going to side face any problems. Meaning if they're coming from here, Brig will be here, Zen will be here, Diva will be here. If they're coming from, let me move the camera a little bit while we talk about this specifically. If they're coming from here, our Diva will be here, and our Brig will be here. And the reason why is because our Zen will probably try to rotate, so the Brig can shield him in the rotation, and the Diva needs to be here to take that aggro. If they're coming from here, Diva will be here, right? She could even be like maybe forward a little bit more, right? And then the Diva could be like on stairs almost. And then the Brig will be here, and the Zen will be here, because that way the Zen will rotate, the Brig will shield them as the Zen gets into like this space, for example, right? So Brig will side face problems, Diva will front face problems. But our Zen is going to chill up on this high ground with his posse, with his squad, okay? With this LOS. Check this out, boys. You ready? Ta-da! Look at that. Can literally see that finish line from here. So Zen just exists here, right? Anybody that tries to contest point, they get orbed. Our Tracer gets orbed. Easy for the Tracer, right? Easy.
Yeah.
Our Sombra, she's going to be kind of controlling this space here because, again, she gets orbs, she can clear this sign area, and she can look for hacks on point, right? She can always drop and take this mega, right? So she can be playing in here as well. So our Sombra is going to be controlling this space here. And our ball is going to be typically controlling this space here because they're likely, like, they have to come from this area here. So it means if they're coming from there, ball rolls off, slams. Easy, right? And in that, like, if we call that they're coming from right side, then our Tracer, or not Tracer, our Sombra comes and she sits here. So she can spam from this angle. Because again, Zen Orbs. He can see her from here, you see?
Yeah.
Easy. So the biggest thing here is scouting. So, like, ball, you have to be like, you can honestly sit here to scout, like, or even potentially even up here and like third person peek to scout, right? And so you go, okay, like they're coming main, and then you can like back up and sit around this corner and like third person peek and be like, all right, they're pushing me here, or they're going under, or they're going left side, right? You can scout it all from here.
Yeah.
If they're coming left side, you can't slam them here. Why not? Because you don't have Zen LOS. You can kind of do it here, but not really because the LOS is super shitty. But you can slam them here. Or you can slam them here-ish, but really it's going to be here. It's going to be on this space, right? But
Yeah.
if they're just sitting behind here, you can just sit here and poke them. Our Sombra will be here and poke them. And we're still pushing the point. They're eventually going to drop. When they drop, that's when you go. Because you're literally already there, right? And the Sombra's already set up for the hack.
Okay.
So if they're here, let them exist, wait for them to drop. If they're pushing onto your core, you can slam them here.
What if they're pushing onto core, but like the other way around?
Like pushing this way?
Yeah. Like, what if like they get inside? Then do we have our core just simply rotate?
You should be able to hit them here unless they go under. If they go like under and they're coming up and around, then you just hit them on this bridge. And by that point, because that's a hella long rotation, If they are going under and around, then you just walk over and you can stand here. Easy. Alles gut?
Yes.
Cool. Going to third point.
No.
Third point is pretty simple, okay? First things first is we just have to clear Fidget Spinner, and typically our Zen is going to come up here so he can fire from here, while our Ball and our Tracer and our Sombra, we have to invest everything into getting this. Once this is cleared and we get our Zen up here, now we can worry about pushing the point up, okay?
Yes,
So
sir.
we clear out Fidget Spinner, and then the whole name of the game is keep Fidget cleared while we push point. So that's it. If they're pressuring Fidget, we all focus on that. If they're pressuring Cart, then we just poke them from top. Easy, okay? But that's literally like if you own this, you own the point. It's just a matter of time. Now talking about defense.
I was gonna talk before defense. On your experience, who's usually playing who? So you play flex CPS, right? Do you usually pick the Tracer for every map?
I play Tracer sometimes. My team runs a lot of Tracer Sombra, so I'm on the Sombra a lot of the time. On this map, I play Tracer until we swap, and then when the Widow swaps, I'm swapping from Tracer to Sombra, and then our hit scan swaps from Widow to Tracer.
Okay.
Depending if we have like Ball Tracer Sombra as the flex DPS, I'm normally on Sombra. If we have Ball Tracer Ash, I'm on the Tracer. If we have Ball Tracer Echo, I'm on the Echo. Basically, if we have another hit scan, right, like an Ash or a Widow, then I'm on Tracer. If we don't, then I'm on that thing. So if we have a Far, I'm the Far. If we have a Sombra, I'm the Sombra. Echo, I'm the Echo.
Okay.
Yeah. So defense. We're gonna have the Widow. We're gonna have the exact same comp, okay? On first, exact same comp. So we're having the Ball, the Sig, the Widow, the Tracer, the Zen, the Mercy. Our Widow is gonna be playing back in this space somewhere. I don't really care. Widow's gonna be there with the Mercy.
You can grapple on the Junkertown sign and get a LOS of the entrance.
Yes, you can. You can also stand on top of this water tower and get pretty good LOS to like down here. Yeah, Ball.
Ball Sig.
Yeah. Don't judge my tiny thing. Here.
Gotcha!
There you go. B. Ball.
Thank you.
Yeah, and this is a Widow.
A second tiny thing, wow.
Yeah. And so our Sig, our Zen are going to control this space here. Okay, whether it's on these stairs or like up on this plank, right? That's whatever. Our Tracer is going to be trying to control this building over here, right? To stop their Widow from being here. And our Ball is going to go wherever he's needed. If our Zen is being pressured, Ball goes there. If our Tracer is being pressured, Ball goes there. If our Widow is being pressured, Ball goes there. Okay.
I have a lot of things to do and not a lot of time.
Yes,
Ball's playing more like an off tank in this. Like this is what you normally see like D.Va be doing in a lot of these games.
Definitely. It's really it's both easy and hard because your job is really just fill in the cracks of wherever it's needed. You're like the third wheel on a date. You just kind of show up when like other stuff is going on.
Just kind of show up when the date fails.
Yeah, exactly. You're there just to make things awkward for the enemies.
I'm sorry. Can I show you guys a Junkrat line that I never knew was?
Sure.
I'm the evil Australian bomber what bombs at whatever time he damn well pleases.
LOL.
That voice line is real?
Real quick, what was Tracer doing?
Tracer's stopping she's controlling coastline.
Thanks.
So Tracer, like what you'll see like me doing a lot is I'll play here because I get orb from my Zen, and then I'm looking for like duels on their widow, like here. Like if their widow's here, if their tracer's here, if their ball's here, I shoot them here. I come back for heals. I shoot them here. I come back for heals. If I need to, I peel way back like this, and then my ball slams on that corner. That's what I do.
Okay.
For second point, again, dropping the widow, dropping the sig. Right, we're doing the ball, diva, tracer, sombra, zen, brig for second. And it's very similar to what you guys saw before, okay? Of our Zen, Brig, Diva hold here, our Sombra can hold here, right? The ball is going to look for engages here, wherever he is, and then the Tracer is going to be looking to follow up, okay? He's going to look for engages either there or here, right? Wherever it is, right? And the Tracer is going to be kind of contesting the cart in idle time and then going in for the engage, okay? So we're looking to control this space. Once the cart gets to this point, our Zen, our Brig, and our Diva are going to be playing back here, like kind of in this corner, right? So if I move the camera over, just so you guys can see a little better, they might be here, they might be here, or here, right? But they're going to be in this back corner, right? Our Ball and Tracer are going to be controlling this angle, and then our Sombra is going to be controlling this angle, because she wants to be sure that she can have that pack, right? And this is how we're going to look to stage for second. Okay? I'm trying to kind of speed this up because I know we're already over time, so sorry about that. Goodbye.
You're fine.
Oh, that's Natty who just left. But yeah, so I'm trying to be...
I'm not going to lie, I do have to go as well because I got to go.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry.
If you can stay for just a half second, I'm just going to
Yeah,
finish
what's
up
up?
third point, and then for Volskaya, for right now, I'll say fuck it, use that as your dick around comp for just for now, and then we can go through the VOD later with more people.
Same.
So we'll go over it again later, but for now you guys can use that to play whatever. For third point, we want to try to hold Fidget, but in a different way. So our Sig is gonna stand on Fidget, our Zen and our Brig are gonna be back here. Sorry, not Sig, Diva. Diva is gonna be here. Our Zen and Brig are gonna be back, right? And then our Sombra is gonna make sure that both the packs are hacked, and Sombra is gonna go wherever she's needed. If she's diving cart, then she's gonna be on that cart. If we're slamming on like their pressure for Fidget, then Sombra's gonna be up there, right? She'll be filling the gaps. The Tracer's gonna be touching the cart. The Ball and Sombra are gonna be working together to contest this high ground. Okay, so Diva's gonna be here. Our Zen and our Brig are gonna be here. Our Ball and our Sombra are gonna be filling the gaps wherever they need. If they're countering high, if they're slamming cart. Okay.
Yeah. So
That sound good
basically,
to
here
everybody?
Sombra takes the Tracer role and started playing
Yes,
alongside the.
because Tracer can contest cart way better than Sombra can, and Sombra has an easier time contesting the high ground.
Understandable.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. The Sombra kind of takes the place of the Tracer in this.
Sound like that's blue.
That
I'm sorry. I thought I was muted.
Would you
I'm
recommend
sorry.
Sombra to be playing like, as you said, the Sombra 76 for farming EMP?
She can. So what I normally will do is I'll stay like uncloaked in here, and then just like shoot at whatever because I have the pack right here. And then during the fight, I'll break my translocator and throw it up here, and then play with my Diva during the ball slam. And then when I get my translocator again, I throw it like at my core, for example, right? And then I can just drop back down and sit up here again, because that way I can help my Tracer passively with cart fights, and I can poke at them, having like Mega right here and my Zen LOS. And then I can just get up to high whenever I need. And if they're diving my core, I take my translocator back, and I'm here for like this too. So yeah, she can totally play like the Sombra 76 style.
Okay.
And just
I'm
farm.
just trying to like take notes for Tis in case he's
Yeah.
playing Sombra or for me.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of this, like, this is just to give you guys a base. I expect it to take like one, like basically we're gonna come back to this next week, right? And then we're gonna talk about, okay, now that we have the heroes on the map and we have VOD footage, let's actually go through and like make corrections to this, that, or the other. You see?
Yeah.
So that's why like I'm talking about like this is just for positionings and rotations. As far as like the actual microing of of when to do it or how to use your abilities, all that stuff will come when we have VOD footage, so we can kind of see where we're at with things.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds
Cool. And we'll call it here for now, and we'll revisit Volskaya probably next week when we have like VOD footage. We'll revisit Volskaya and we'll go over some of these maps. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Gotcha!
Jesus Christ. Oh, hang on. I got one of those too, but I got a good one.
Now,
So-
that's a knife. Gotcha.
I think Volskaya is gonna be a great map.
Can you
for it.
do a flat white? No? How about I flatten the place?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, there's
Find the teleporter.
that's an old one. Look, I mean,
Good one.
I'm gonna put that one on a hotkey during scrim. By the way, I'm going to put it at full volume, and this is what you're gonna just hear in the middle of scrim whenever we say that they have a sim.
Find the teleporter.
Oh, it's gonna be annoying.
I'm only gonna play it like once a scrim.
Ah, okay then.
Unless they're
should
running
get focused
Symmetra on every
on-
single fucking map.
Oh God, no! If they're on Symmetra every single map, this is all I'm gonna do is
Oh, that's where I left it.
or
You're making it easy for me.
all right, guys. I do have to go though. The story's
I see.
an hour.
All right. Yeah.
Peace out, guys.
Bye bye.
Information overload, but I shall survive.
Ah.
Psychic.